back then. I was weak back then. I'm not weak now. I'm not weak. I'm strong now. I can make content. You know what I mean? And that's the crazy thing. What reactors really do is they watch your stuff. All the people that they react to, they're stalkers. Like, I was a stalker because that's what you do. You go over there and you look for drama so you can make, oh, I don't like this. You know what I mean? And you could be like, you know what? I'm done with reacting. Let's do something different. But the thing to me was when I was done reacting, I had subscribers that was ready for me to react to, like ready for me to react. They didn't want to see day in the life videos. Those was my audience. So guess what I did? I kept on reacting even though I felt like that's not what I wanted to do.
Hey guys, welcome back. Please hit the thumbs up on your way in. We're going to do a quick reaction on Dirt Bay and Chill. I really think it all boils down to she's mad at herself for coming on here originally as a reactor. And since she switched up her style, which no one forced her hand to do, she made that choice. Since she jumped from the frying pan into the fire, and now the heat is on. You've got to take the heat. You've got to defend yourself. You made the decision. Now you should deal with the consequences. Simple as that. Don't be mad at reactors because we're speaking the truth about what you're doing over there on your channel and the content you choose to post. That's your choice. And I feel like that's a problem with social media in general. People post things that they know are going to be controversial, and then they get mad when people have something to say. It just makes no sense. What you guys need to realize is that if you don't post it, we don't know what happened. So if you don't post it, then we have nothing to talk about. See, the whole point of social media is to be social. So remember, even if the content is negative or positive, people are still going to have something to say about it. But then people like yourself come on here and you post a video and your house is filthy, your kitchen is disgusting, and you think no one's going to have something to say about it. And this is the mommy sector. Make it make sense. Let's face it, your expectations in this sector are not adding up. This is not how this sector works. And even though you're a former reactor, you already knew that this is the exact kind of thing that we discuss over here in this sector, sis. Now, taking all that into consideration, you decided to still post it. That's a you problem. But it's really simple. I'm going to still continue to do my reactions on trifling YouTube moms, and you guys are going to continue putting up content because we all have freedom of speech and the right to our own opinions. So it's definitely not me trying to go back and forth with other content creators. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm simply stating my opinion on the matter with you addressing reactors as if you don't understand how this game is played. You also mentioned something, Dirtball and Chill, about you experienced some karma. So when you said something up to the effect of when you were pregnant, you realized that you shouldn't be talking about the moms, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and also what I think happened is that financial hardship or hustling backwards, as we like to say on the YouTube streets. Yeah, so when you and Bae started hustling backwards and realized you were going to have to downsize from your townhome into a 2-bedroom apartment, that's when I think a light bulb went off in your head, which I know doesn't happen often. And you said to yourself, how can I talk about the mommies when I am the mommies? Yeah, that's what happened with you. Now, me personally, I can understand that because you and Jazz share a lot of common things. You both are welfare moms. You both are trap queens. You both have deadbeat baby daddies. You both have 4 kids by a deadbeat. You both have men that don't want to work in your households. Oh, and you both have guys that do not help you with your kids. Yeah. Something's wrong with both of you guys. Something's wrong with every last kid you have, yet you continue to have them and then say you're stressed out. And another thing, people were saying that you were slow down in the comments. I didn't want to believe it because I wanted to watch a few more videos. But yeah, I think you're slow. You're definitely... Something's, the elevator's not going to the top floor. You're not the sharpest knife in the drawer. We're dealing with that here. Yeah, and I also noticed that you and Jazz seem to have a big problem with potty training. And I find that to be strange. Now that I know both of you guys are slow, it kind of explains it. See, there should be no stay-at-home moms, and this is my opinion, guys. Stay-at-home mom should be more on top of potty training than a mom who actually works a job outside of the house. because you have more time to put into your kid. So at the latest, you should be 3 years old and fully potty trained. You should not be a stay-at-home mom with a 3 or 4-year-old that is not potty trained. It's ridiculous. It's lazy as hell, and it's a reflection on the mom. And with your kid, specifically Wine Glass and Chill, the mom and the dad is home. But see, the problem is you're doing all the work and he's sitting on his ass. That's what the problem is. When you were on live the other day, when you were doing the live, your son came to you and he had pooped. And you said that you had to get off live in order to go change your son. Why? When he's sitting right there in your face, you're on live trying to make a coin and bring in a bag, and he's sitting there on his lazy ass, and he should be the one changing your son. He knows you've got a job to do. He knows you're bringing in a YouTube check. He's worthless. All right, if you haven't checked out the Worthless Bay Edition video that I made prior to this one, I suggest you go check it out. Bay is worthless. And so, yeah, you and Jazz are basically twinning out here in the YouTube streets. And I'm going to tell you, sis, it's not a good look. So my question to you is, why would you embarrass Bay like that? Why would you allow him to embarrass you like that? You're on live, but you got to stop your live to go change your ass when he's sitting right there on his ass. And with all that extra shit that you got going on in your household, the ADHD, the depression, the autism, the acid reflux, you've got plenty to focus on right there in your immediate family. Don't worry about reactors. That should be the least of your worries. Believe me, sis, if you focus in on your family and handling the task in front of you instead of worrying about reactors, you'll get a lot more done. And maybe this time next year, you won't be stuck in that 2-bedroom apartment. You got way bigger fish to fry. Why don't you take some time out today to contact a psychotherapist and get you and Bay some counseling? Since both of you guys are so depressed, why don't you take the time out of your day to do that? Focus on your daughter's new IEP plan for the 2023-2024 school year. Yeah, that's the things that you could be focusing on. See, I see your focus is all out of place. Maybe it's your ADHD. I don't know. But it seems to me that that's a common ground between all the YouTube moms. They're all focused on the wrong thing. They're focused on peen. They're focused on baby daddies. They're focused on what people on the YouTube streets are talking about when they need to be focusing on their channel and how to get those coins so they can level up. Something you apparently know nothing about. But that's all I have for you guys on this reaction. I will see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to hit that like on your way out.
In me to go in and say, I'm sorry for doing that. I understand if you'll never trust me again. You don't have to trust me. I just want y'all to know that I'm sorry from sincere from the bottom of my heart. Period. You know what I mean? I got kids. And then the other thing too, when I was looking, my kids would be like, my mom got a YouTube channel, but I'm talking negative. Like, I'm not a negative person.
Bitch, turn that shit off and get the fuck out my face.